on the phone and get this coin. If you see it here again, it will be over $200 once I roll through this last 36 quantity, folks.
About
it's
3
the
dozen
coin.
left.
Okay.
And a wonderful, wonderful part of history to celebrate. Our next item is going to be the Premier Label First Edition Silver Eagle. And tell us about this one, Mike.
Well, this is a coin that was a style, a coin, an opportunity that was literally several years in the making. One of the things that's of critical importance, okay, in coin collecting is the certification, okay? Who certifies the coin, as well as the coin and the labels and all these things, okay? PCGS might be the most popular of all the grading companies that have been around. They've probably certified more coins than anybody else. NGC might be catching up. But this is kind of, this is the creme de la creme, I guess, is the best way to put it. PCGS has been around. They've certified all the million, $5 million, $10 million coins that the United States government has put out over the course of the years. But what we've done right here is done something that's never before been done with a PCGS. First of all, this is a 30th anniversary American Silver Eagle. Remember we talked about the 30th anniversary? They did a SP coin and they did a proof coin, okay? That was 30th anniversary. These coins are rare, desirable, sold out, limited editions. Everybody wants this coin in 70, absolutely perfect 70 condition. And you might be able to find PCGS coins out there. But there's one place and one place only you can buy the premier edition of the PCGS Eagle, and it is right here. It was a year and a half in the making where we negotiated with PCGS to be able to do a coin that was an exclusive label to us here at HSN. But here's one of the key considerations, two key considerations. First of all, it's 2016, 30th anniversary American Silver Eagle, certified perfect PR70. Like I said, the only proof American Silver Eagle ever, the only proof American Silver Eagle ever that has the 30th anniversary label on it, okay? The 30th anniversary edge lettering. It's the only proof American Silver Eagle ever with edge lettering. But here's the key to PCGS. So there's lots of different labels for PCGS. You know, they do the eagle, they do it with a bridge, they do it whatever they do. But when you look at what we call the population report, which is how many of the coins that have been certified, it's how we determine the rarity of a coin. All of those different labels, when you look at the population report of PCGS, and to be a certified grading company, you have to release that publicly, the numbers of what's been graded. When you look at the population report, all of those labels are grouped into one, just kind of one bin, if you will. So this label's the exclusive, and this label's exclusive to this person, that person, that, but all together they make up all of the PR70 American Proof Silver Eagles done by PCGS, with one exception. These coins right here, the premier coins that are available exclusively from us here at HSN. There's only 5,000 of these coins that will ever be done. The important part of this, beyond the fact that it's a perfect 30th anniversary American Proof Eagle, is these premier coins are listed separately on the population report. So in other words, you know exactly how many of these coins, and it can never go over 5,000. More importantly, for the very first time, because not only do we have the special premier edition that we're going to have here, we have a special certificate of authenticity that, as you can see, comes with this PCGS certified hologram that is individually numbered. Not only is this limited to 5,000, but the certificates are individually numbered that match the coin. That has never been done, never before have you been able to buy basically individually certified PCGS American coins. This is the very first time, and it's available exclusively from us right here. So
everyone will get a different number.
Everybody gets a different number. So this one happens to be number 1. And then you have number 2, number 3. You see lots of one-ofs, but what you don't see is 1 of, 2 of, 3 of, 4 of, 5 of, and that's what you get with this coin. And that's of critical importance to anybody that's a collector. So the certification is important because it's available no place else, which means I can guarantee it's the lowest price. I can guarantee that it's absolutely exclusive. I can guarantee it has its own place in the population report, which is absolutely and critically significant. Now let's look at the coin itself. First of all, the way you're getting it, Certified Perfect, PCGS, Premier Edition, available no place else, individually numbered by certificate that you see there. Now what you have is the 30th anniversary Proof American Silver Eagle. The West Point Mint has been making Proof Silver Eagles for quite some time. This is the rarest West Point minted Proof American Silver Eagle.
Wait, so the rarest?
The rarest West Point minted Proof American Silver Eagle. And they've been making all the Silver Eagles for a quarter of a century, basically. Wow. So this coin, by just virtue of the fact of its rarity, is incredible. Now add in the fact that it is the 30th anniversary. And I've talked about this. If you look at the 10th anniversary American Silver Eagle, which is a Proof Silver Eagle, the very first one with a West Point mint mark, 1995. That's how long the West Point's been making it, okay? That's a special 10th anniversary American Silver Eagle. That coin in this condition in PCGS has sold in the past at auction for $89,000. For $89,000. Okay? Then they started regularly making Silver Eagles right after that, and this is the rarest of the regularly issued American Silver Eagles. It is the only Proof Silver Eagle that has edge lettering. It is the only one of any of the anniversary coins, as I've spoken of before, that is designated on the coin itself that it's an anniversary. They did a 10th anniversary, a 20th anniversary, a 25th anniversary. But none of them actually said on the coin that it was 10th, 20th, or 25th. You just had to, in essence, it was a special design or a special packaging. This coin says it right on it. And it is a Proof American Silver Eagle. Now you have a coin that is significant. You have a coin that's desirable. You have a coin that is needs to be in every single Silver Eagle collector's collection. Now you've got it. For the very first time. This is paradigm shifting. This has never been before been available through PCGS. This is available exclusively from us right here, right now, where you're going to have where this premier label, there's only 5,000 of these that will ever be in existence. They're listed separately on the population report. If you're a coin collector, you know what that is and you know it's a huge deal. Secondly, the certificate with the PCGS certified and approved hologram that you see right there individually numbers the coin, and that has never before been available in any certified PCGS coin in the marketplace today. It marks it as completely and utterly fantastically unique and available exclusively from us here. And as you can see, the certificate is here. It is individually. Now, this happens to be number one. You're used to seeing one of, but all the certificates say one of. This one will be one of, two of, three of, four of, five of. Each coin will be individually numbered.
And just to be clear, we don't have 5,000 of these here in our inventory. Mike does not have all 5,000 of these that were ever released. Oh, you do have all 5,000?
No, I have all 5,000.
Oh, okay.
I only have 600 left.
But he only has 600 here in our...
That was the idea. When it's exclusive, we had all 5,000 coins. We made all 5,000 coins that we're going to have right here.
We don't have them in inventory.
No, 600 is all we have left. We've sold literally thousands of these. And once that sells out, that's it. Done, gone, and over. Never another one will ever be certified. And that can be double checked at the population report of PCGS, because every single one of them is individually listed, as opposed to all the other labels and things that you see out there are all in the big bin. They're all just put together. They're of no significance. They're homogeneous, if you will, using a United States Mint term, except for this coin, this set. The coin is significant. The certification is significant. The opportunity is significant. Of course, comes in the Red Oak presentation box. Folks, this is a brand new way to collect coins, and if you're going to do that, you might as well do it with one of the most significant coins ever released by the United States government.
It's in a class by itself.
Yes, indeed.
A fantastic way to jump right into coin collecting, or if you're already a huge fan, perhaps you're already on the phones, you've been joining us. It's been an amazing 2 hours. I love your passion, Mike. It shines through.
I like coins.
And you started when you were 12, collecting coins.
No, I started as a business when I was 12. Oh, I started collecting when I was younger.
Really?
I was buying and selling coins by the time I was 12.
What was your first coin? coin?
My first coin was a 1921 peace dollar given to me by my grandmother.
You never forget your first coin. And maybe that's all that will take to start you on your journey. Thanks so much for hanging out with us. We're going to let Mike go. Mike will be back at prime time.
7 p.m. tonight.
7 p.m. on Sunday. I'm not going anywhere. I'll be your host for 10 faves. We're going to round out the top 10 products of the day. Thanks so much. Thanks, Mike. You have a wonderful day. We'll see you right on the